Hello beautiful people and welcome back to another video. My name is Sakshi Patel and in this ongoing series where I'm talking about different scopes of PharmD, today we would be discussing about scope as clinical pharmacist post PharmD. If you haven't checked the other videos out, do check them out. And I know I'm looking slight tad bit tired. That is because I just shot a video and it's too hot, so pardon me. But without any further ado, let's begin. Right. So beginning with, we would see what is a clinical pharmacist or who is a clinical pharmacist and their roles and responsibilities. Clinical pharmacists work directly with the healthcare providers and patients to ensure safe and effective medication use. Their roles and responsibilities include medication management, reviewing prescriptions, ensuring appropriateness of medication therapy, optimizing the drug regimens for individual patients. That is, we'll have to see each and every prescription according to the diagnosis, ensuring appropriateness of the medication therapy, whether sometimes, not just sometimes, so many times there are so many antibiotics prescribed which are quite unnecessary. So you have to see whether the drugs prescribed, they are actually necessary or whether they are actually appropriate or not. Optimizing drug regimen for individual patient. If there is a combination drug for two drugs that they are taking, so instead of those two drugs they can actually be taking that combination, so such way you can optimize drug therapy. Also there are synergistic drug interactions that you can see if possible. Next we have patient education, counseling patients on proper medication use, potential side effects and adherence to the treatment plans. There are patients who still don't know about how to take a suppository. So a lot of them they take it orally, so you have to counsel the patient on proper medication use, especially those asthma pumps. There are so many types of pumps for COPD, asthma, etc. So how they can use it properly. Potential side effects, for example, from those pumps they might get mouth ulcers, so what to do in that case, and adherence to the treatment plan, especially in tuberculosis patients. Next we have drug information, providing healthcare professionals with accurate and up-to-date information about medications, including dosing, interactions and therapeutic guidelines. Next we have TDM, that is therapeutic drug monitoring, monitoring the patient's responses to medications, adjusting therapy as needed and assessing for adverse drug reactions. Okay, sometimes what happens is, especially in notorious drugs such as digoxin, phenytoin, etc., they are very much related to serum albumin or potassium levels. For example, for digoxin, if potassium levels fluctuate, or for phenytoin, if albumin levels fluctuate, there is a vast difference in the therapeutic outcome of the drug, because the volume of distribution, the bioavailability, etc., it changes. That's why. So you have to take care of the patient in those cases, adjust drug therapy as needed and assess for adverse drug reactions in case there is lethal dose. Next we have collaboration, collaborating with physicians, nurses and other healthcare providers to develop comprehensive treatment plans and improve the patient outcomes. Clinical research, participating in clinical research studies to evaluate new medications, treatment protocols and outcomes. There are so many clinical researches which are conducted in hospitals, so you can participate in them also. Someone is playing, I think, cricket or something behind, so there might be noise disturbance due to that. Quality improvement, contributing to quality improvement initiatives within the healthcare settings, such as medication safety programs and adherence interventions. Contributing to quality improvement initiatives within the healthcare system, such as medication safety programs. Yeah, for example, if there are administrations of narcotics, or in oncology patients, how you can make the medication safety better, that, and adherence interventions. So these are all of your responsibilities. You might have some of these, you might have all of these as a clinical pharmacist. Most of the time you will have at least some of these or all of these. So let me revise it. First we have medication management. Next we have patient education, providing drug information to the physicians and other healthcare professionals. Therapeutic drug monitoring, collaboration with HCP, that is healthcare professionals. Clinical research, you can participate in them or you can obtain the data from various clinical researches. Next we have quality improvement. So this is it. Now we would be moving on to skill set that you need for becoming a good clinical pharmacist. Alright, to excel in this role, clinical pharmacists, they need diverse skill set including clinical knowledge, strong understanding of pharmacology, pharmacokinetics and disease states to provide evidence-based recommendations. Communications, effective communication skills to interact with the patients and healthcare professionals, including active listening and clear articulation of complex medical information. What this means is that you should have effective communication skills to interact with the patients and healthcare professionals. The way you interact with patients is not the way you interact with healthcare professionals. So you should know what terms or what jargon to use at what time. For patient, you cannot be using the scientific jargon, the medical jargon, but with physicians, you have to use the scientific or the medical jargon. Okay, including active listening, again important, listen to what the patient is saying, especially while taking the patient history. Clear articulation of complex medical information. If there is complex medical information regarding to any kind of administration or any kind of medical device, then how you can simplify it. Next, we have critical thinking, ability to analyze the patient data, identify medication related problem, which is very important, especially in polypharmacy or in geriatric patients where they are taking multiple drugs or where they have multiple comorbidities, in oncology patients also, in pregnancy and lactating females also, pregnant and lactating females also, and develop appropriate interventions. Attention to detail, meticulous attention to detail to prevent medication errors and to ensure the patient safety. Next, we have interprofessional collaboration, which is again the capacity to work with fellow healthcare professionals. Next, we have continuous learning, commitment to staying updated on advances in pharmacotherapy, healthcare policies and regulations. That is, you have to stay updated with the latest clinical research outcomes that have come. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me revise it. A diverse skill set, so it includes clinical knowledge, communications, critical thinking, attention to detail, interprofessional collaboration and continuous learning. Alright, coming on to your base salary pay range. Okay, so as clinical pharmacists, the national average salary, it is actually good, and honestly I really don't think it is this much. It is a bit lower than this, but it also depends whether if you are working in some international hospitals such as Apollo etc., then your salary might be this much. 19,935 per month. This is the national average salary in India as a clinical pharmacist. Your primary duties, they would be primary duty of clinical pharmacist. It is to assist the patients in taking right dose of prescribed medications. They often advise healthcare workers regarding drug interactions, proper storage of medications and side effects. They work with hospitals and clinics to assist in the direct care of patient. Along with maintaining records of medications for patients, they also manage primary care, pharmacy care plans. Clinical pharmacists assist doctors in keeping the track of patient recovery and make recommendations about medications and dosages if needed. Next, we have pharmacy director. National average salary, it is 62,279 per month. Primary duties include a pharmacy doctor is responsible for managing the operations of a pharmacy. They oversee the daily workflow at the pharmacy, monitor the performance of pharmacy staff and coordinate with external vendors. If pharmacy attaches to hospital, they coordinate with doctors and other medical staff to maintain an adequate supply of drugs to the patients. A pharmacy director also creates budgets for the pharmacy, sets goals for the objectives for the team and develops pharmacy policies. Next is staff pharmacist. National average salary, it is 15,019 per month. Primary duties of staff pharmacists are pharmacy employees who help patients by handling them medications according to their prescriptions. They advise patients on dosage of medications as recommended in the prescription and inform them of any side effects. Staff pharmacists may sometimes combine medications based on the needs of patient if the prescribed medication is not available. They usually report to the pharmacy director. Next is medical writer. National average salary is 21,543 per month. Primary duties include medical writers can choose between scientific and non-scientific writing. Scientific medical writers work closely with clinical teams to gather data, understand the research process and create first-hand reports. Non-scientific medical writers, they help doctors write research papers, articles, reports and press releases. They also may assist medical teams to create presentations, abstracts and patient reports. The primary responsibility of a medical writer, it is to convert complex medical information into easily understandable information. Next is retail pharmacist. National average salary, it is 18,517 per month. Primary duties include being a retail pharmacist is a customer facing role where they are responsible for dispensing prescribed medications to the patients. Retail pharmacists also manage and supervise the support staff employed at a pharmacy. They may arrange training sessions for the staff and help with the performance appraisals. If a staff pharmacist creates a composition to meet a patient's need, the retail pharmacist oversees the process and gives the final approval before handing it over to the patient. Retail pharmacists work closely with the director of pharmacy and report to them about functioning of the pharmacy. Next is pharmaceutical consultant. So the national average salary is 2086 per day. Per day 2086 rupees. Wow. Okay, primary duties. Pharmaceutical consultants, they may associate with consultancy firms or may be self-employed. Pharmaceutical companies hire such consultants on contractual basis to get their help in launching a new brand of drugs, increasing the sale of existing drugs and creating brand strategies. Also referred to as pharmaceutical advisors, they will help pharmaceutical companies in product testing, implementation of new software within the company. This was a pretty good job. Okay, next we have pharmaceutical scientist. Okay, national average salary is 4 lakhs per year. Primary duties include pharmaceutical scientists are responsible for the creation of drugs to treat different types of illnesses. They test how the different ingredients in a medicine react to each other. They also are responsible for testing the effects of drugs on humans, identifying the side effects. Pharmaceutical scientists work closely with other scientists in laboratory setting, collect data and organize them to create informative drug reports. Next is drug inspector. National average salary, it is 40,130 per month. Primary duties include drug inspectors. They check the quality, safety, effectiveness of medicine or medical device from its manufacturing to its sale at the retail store. They can inspect establishments where pharmaceuticals are manufactured, stored or sold. They collect samples of products for bacterial and chemical tests, check the implementation of hygiene standards and identify fake products. Drug inspectors then report to the finding to the senior officials. They also have authority to initiate the process of confiscating licenses of establishments that are compromising on quality standards. Drug inspector, it is basically a government job. Next we have analytical chemist. National average salary, it is 17,001 per month. Primary duties include analytical chemist investigate the physical chemical compounds which are used in drug. They test the behavior of those compounds in different settings. During the process, they are responsible for collecting and interpreting data for reporting and scientific evaluation. They also develop the processes for drug testing by following set guidelines. Analytical chemists, they work closely with scientific research team and validate the equipment and methods which are used in clinical research. Then we have drug safety associate. National average salary, it is 4 lakhs per year. Primary duties, drug safety associate usually work with the pharmacovigilance departments. It is again a government job. To analyze the effect of drugs once they have launched in the market and after clinical trial, they are responsible for collecting information about the reactions of pharmaceutical products once they are introduced to larger population. They gather information about the adverse effects of new drugs and report them to the scientific research teams. Next we have pharmacy technician, which is the last one. I have discussed 11 roles along with your primary duties and national average salary. You better subscribe. Okay, so for pharmacy technician, we have national average salary. It is 15,662 per month. Primary duties include pharmacy technicians, assist staff pharmacist or retail pharmacist in dispensing medications which are based on patient prescriptions. They perform billing calculations and maintain patient records. Pharmacy technicians are also responsible for tracking inventory and handling payments with the suppliers. They are also responsible for keeping the pharmacy clean and following health and safety regulations. Pharmacy technicians report to the staff or retail pharmacist. This is it, and this was such a thorough video. Seriously, I'm also impressed. So yeah, this is it for the video. I really hope that you learned something, and if you have watched till here, I'm sure you have learned something. So yeah, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and check out the other videos that I've posted in this series. Also, I would suggest you to turn on the bell icon for notifications so that whenever I upload new videos in this series, you get notified. That is it. I hope that you also enjoyed while learning, and yeah, goodbye. See you tomorrow, same place, same time.